Ready? Okay, cool. Great.
Let's start the show at Wednesday, the 11th of March, Nate.
Amsterdammers, they're just like everyone else.
Yeah.
If I had to count on two things that make friends the world around, the first would be a boat, and the second would be a boat with a cooler full of beer on a hot day. Well, friends, the hot days are coming, and this is your chance to check out the newest in mobile flotation beer technology transportation devices. The Rye is hosting a boat show from March 11th to the 15th. Go now, because after the 15th of March, you're not legally allowed to buy or sell a boat in the Netherlands.
Is that true?
No, God, no. You can buy and sell a fucking boat whenever you want.
I totally fell for it.
That would be a very random rule to have. So the boat show is between Wednesday the 11th and the 15th at the Rye. Thursday the 12th of March.
It's the Buzzcocks.
That's right. Now, if you don't know the Buzzcocks, they're one of the original punk bands from the 1977 UK. They're originally from Manchester and not London, which made these guys way more pop than the confrontational punks of London at the time. They were essentially sped up 50s rock and roll with clear lyrics that you could actually hear, but about 70s teenage stuff like sex, drugs, and rock and roll.
Right.
The only problem I have with the Buzzcocks, because I love this band, is they recorded a song called Orgasm Addict that was a hit that I hate. I hate that song. It is the most annoying fucking song I can think of.
Okay, yeah. Then they did it right, because they write a lot of these songs to be annoying.
You think so?
It was the punk era, of course.
I don't think they were trying to
They didn't want to be loved by everyone. They wanted to be hated as much as they wanted to be loved, and that was just as good. It was punk.
I don't think hate is the word. They want to be confrontational. They want to be thought provoking.
Yes.
I just happen to think this is the Love Shack of them. This is their Love Shack.
You don't like Love Shack?
No one likes Love Shack.
I love Love Shack.
Have you been to a wedding in the last 20 years?
Yeah.
Hack.
I love the
It's
B-52s.
so hack. I love the B-52s as well. That's why I'm saying this is their Love Shack. The
But
B-52s
I love Love Shack.
all right, fine. Oh, no, you know what? This is the B-52s. This is the Good Stuff by the B-52s. You remember that song?
Oh, yeah, that song sucks.
That's a horrible
That was a
fucking
terrible song.
Yeah.
That was embarrassing, actually.
Orgasm Addict is
It's like the
is
good
the
stuff of
Buzzcocks.
the B-52s.
Exactly.
I got you there.
So you chose the song Fall in Love.
Yeah, and there's a reason for that, because they have new material.
Right.
But the fact of the matter is we've reached a point in history, music history, where we're just lucky if anybody's even heard a Buzzcock song ever.
Okay.
So I feel like it's no longer redundant, or it's not
hack.
It's not hacked in any way to just play their most famous song, which is Ever Fallen in Love.
Okay. First of all, I can see where you're coming from.
Yeah, babe.
But second of all, what I think is they haven't stopped creating new music. So why should we play the shit that people have heard a million times before when we can be like, oh yeah, they're still doing good stuff?
And because, for the very reason that I suspect at this point in time, people have not heard it a million times before.
The new stuff.
No, the old stuff.
Ah.
They were lucky if they've even heard the old stuff even once.
Yes, you make a good point.
Yeah. That's what
Okay.
I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
I'm going to give you this one because my original plan was to make you play paper, rock, scissors for it. But I'll tell you what.
But my argument was so strong, so convincing.
I want people to go to see the Buzzcocks, so
Okay.
I'm just gonna do your thing.
Okay.
All right. Damn, that's a good song.
It's a good song.
Damn, that's a good song.
It's a very good song.
Son of a gun.
It's a good song.
Good job, the Buzzcocks. In fact, I saw them play a couple of years ago. They're all old dudes.
Yes, they are.
Make no mistake.
At
They're
this
all
point,
old dudes.
yeah, absolutely.
They still put on like an hour and a half show. They're insane. Like they have all the energy they did in '77.
Really, that's good.
Yes, it is.
That's good. Rock and roll keeps you young unless it kills you.
That's right. So that is the Buzzcocks at Melkweg on Thursday the 12th. The doors are at 7:30.
Also on Thursday the 12th at the Stadsschouwburg, Queen Lear.
Whoa!
That's right, you heard me. Queen Lear. Oh, fuck.
Queen ear.
I cannot fucking talk today.
What
Holy
happened to you?
Shit.
What's going on that side of the table, Jonathan?
I don't understand. You know what? My underwear's a little tight. There was a sale going on.
Uh-huh.
And I just had to buy the underwear, and it's just too tight.
Okay.
It's too tight.
It said it was is the right size.
That's
but it
right,
wasn't,
but it wasn't the right size.
It's squeezing in places it shouldn't be squeezing.
It's right, I'm speaking now. I'm as articulate as a Canadian member of Parliament. You don't know what I'm talking about, do you?
no idea.
This actually happened last week in Canadian Parliament.
Yeah.
A guy was like not participating in a debate, and they kind of called him out on it. And he literally stood up in Parliament and said,
I was out down at the Hudson's Bay. They had men's underwear on for half price. And I bought a bunch that was clearly too small for me, and I find it difficult to sit for any length of time. Mr. Speaker.
Oh my God.
This totally happened, man.
Okay, all right. Good riff then, man. Good callback. Good callback to Canadian Parliament. So you watch a lot of Canadian C-SPAN at your house, huh?
I do. At our house. It's what we do for relaxation and excitement.
Hey, kids, everyone wake up. Canadian Parliament is on. We're going to vote on maple syrup reform.
That's right, man. Queen Lear, Dutch spoken with English surtitles. This is the Toneelgroep Amsterdam. They do this sometime every Thursday. They do their performances with surtitles. That means that there's titles above the stage. So we all know the story of King Lear, right? Shakespeare tells the story of an aging king who must share his kingdom amongst his 3 completely worthless and totally untrustworthy daughters. Also, the first time I ever heard the word Goneril, which is the daughter of one of the names. I just love that name, Goneril. It's stuck with me throughout my life. Sounds like you named your child after gonorrhea.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. That's not a pretty name.
Anyway, things don't go well for Lear. He ends up crazier than Ophelia in Hamlet.
Nice. You're drawing lines. You're bringing in the yarn pieces. Yeah, okay. I hear you.
Now, in Tom Lanoya's Queen Lear, in Tom Lanoya's Queen Lear, Koningin Lear, the kingdom becomes an international family-run company run by leading Lady Lear. That's right. The triple alliteration. Leading Lady Lear announces that the company is to be divided up amongst her 3 sons, and unsurprisingly, it all goes rather pear-shaped.
Uh-oh, here we go. Now we got a story.
So it's Queen Lear at the Stadschouwburg, run by Toneelgroep Amsterdam, Dutch with English surtitles at 8 p.m. Nathan.
Jonathan.
Tell me what's happening on Friday, the 13th of March.
All right. I don't care if they piss on my sister. If you name a day R. Kelly International Day, I'm going to tell the good people of Amsterdam.
You don't care if they piss on your sister.
Thankfully, this
Finally,
should be
I can tell you. I've been keeping this inside for years. Now the moment has come. I had no idea you felt so strongly about these things, but Nathan, I pissed on your sister.
Was it during International R. Kelly Day?
Well, no, they hadn't.
That's when we have a problem.
Oh.
It has to be on International R. Kelly Day.
See, I misunderstood you.
Yeah, so
I
now
should have just kept that one to myself.
So I'm going to need that $5 then.
Okay.
This should be a relatively urine-free affair, luckily. This is just going to be a bunch of people spinning R. Kelly slow jams while the ladies bounce the fellas and the fellas bounce the ladies.
So this whole pedophilia thing doesn't seem to bother people that much with R. Kelly. The fact that he had sex with all these underage girls.
Well, he peed on him. I don't know if he had sex with them.
I think there's a video of him actually having what we call sexual intercourse with a young lady who was 14.
Ugh.
I'd have to double check that one, but that's kind of what I remember just off the top of my head there.
He's such a whack job. Like, have you seen any of the In the Closet videos?
No. Oh, you mean the ones from South Park?
No. He made a series of the song called In the Closet.
No, I've not seen
one
that.
big long opera song that whatever. It's bonkers. It's bonkers. It's one of those things like you watch it and you're like, you could never repeat this. Like a song you can memorize and sing again. This is unmemorizable and unsing-along-withable again.
Right.
It's the work of a madman. I think that's why he's probably not getting charged with anything. He's clearly
He's too crazy to charge?
He's too crazy for Boys Town, too much of a boy for Crazy Town.
If only I knew you could get off for those. All the things that I can get away with just because I'm a bit loony.
Yeah, I know.
That's insane.
If you
what are you talking about, man?
You start by releasing a video of you peeing on a 14-year-old or a 16-year-old or whatever, and then you move back from there. Anyway, this is going on at Roast. It's International R. Kelly Day. It starts at 10 p.m. on Friday, and it is absolutely FREE free.
So I just looked up to this R. Kelly thing. I looked it up on Wikipedia, and you know that whatever's on Wikipedia is true.
Sure, absolutely. Check
There's
in 5 minutes.
No need to doubt it.
Right.
It says here, on February 3rd, 2002, a video surfaced allegedly showing Kelly engaging in sex with and urinating on I'm glad we pointed out that he did both. We were both right, Nate.
Everyone was right, except for R. Kelly.
An underage girl. The story, which was released by an unknown source, was sent to the Chicago Sun-Times, but he was acquitted.
How?
Apparently, she was not underage.
Oh,
There was definitely a video of him having sex with a girl,
right.
but maybe not underage, maybe circumstantial evidence. I don't know. I'd have to read the whole article, and that's more than I can read in one sitting.
I'll tell you what. Let me just say this about that.
Yes.
I am terrible at guessing ages. Which I mean, like I'll see a girl on the street. I have no idea if she's 12 or if she's 20. I'm just
Are
too
you
old.
defending R. Kelly?
No, absolutely. Jesus, that's terrible.
Okay.
But what I'm saying is the reason that I have nothing to do with girls that are under the age of, say Tiffany.
Exactly.
is
Because you don't want to make that mistake.
You can't make that mistake.
If anybody even looks a little bit underage, you want to see some ID.
And you know what I want to do is I want them to be with their mother when I even have a conversation with them about anything. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? Like, you can get in trouble for all sorts of shit. I don't
Oh,
want to get in trouble for that.
I see where you're coming with this. I also feel very, very uncomfortable
Yes.
about those things.
Good. I'm glad to hear
Yeah,
that.
deeply, deeply uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Whew. Speaking of uncomfortable, Saturday, the 14th of March, the Apple, Melkweg Cinema. When I say to you the words Menachem Golan, how do you feel about that? What does that mean to you?
I feel like maybe you smell toast.
And the words Golan Globus Productions, does that mean anything to you?
Again, I feel like you smell toast.
Okay, I want you just to, at some point in your life, and everybody who's listening to this, Google the words Golan Globus.
And is that phonetic?
It is, yeah, it is. And you will see a long, long list of incredibly bad movies
All right. He's responsible for a lot of shit.
that have come your way. I mean, these two, I think they're Israeli brothers. These guys have been responsible for, I would have to say, just thousands of kilometers of filmed dreck
Okay.
over the decades.
Uh-huh.
And some of it better than you think. But the Apple, I would have to say, this film that they're going to be showing at the Melkweg is without a doubt the worst film they have ever made, and possibly the worst film ever made that wasn't actually filmed by a 5-year-old with a Super 8 camera.
Really?
I mean, it's so unbelievably bad. It's shocking.
Is it fun?
It's fun because you just think to yourself, what were they thinking?
Yeah.
At some point in time, these people thought, that's a great song. That's a great idea. Those costumes look fantastic. The dancing is wonderful. The singing is fabulous. I mean, none of that was even close to being good.
Okay.
It was so far away from good that it's just mind-boggling. It's disturbing that somebody convinced themselves that this was a good thing to do.
Yeah, cocaine.
Yeah,
Cocaine.
yes,
like
yes.
I watched the trailer for this, and it looks like cocaine made this movie.
That's right. It's 1 star on Rotten Tomatoes.
It got one.
It got 1 star.
Wait,
on
no.
Rotten Tomatoes.
Rotten Tomatoes doesn't give stars, do they?
Sure
They give
they do.
percentage, the tomato meter.
They give stars.
All right, cool. All right.
They give stars.
I don't want to fight with you, Jonathan.
No, they gave stars.
All
It was
right.
1 star.
For this one, out
on
of
Rotten
100
Tomatoes.
possible stars.
That's right. Out of 5 possible stars, they got 1 star, and that 1 star is for the fact that it is a train wreck of a movie that you literally cannot stop watching.
It's a musical.
It's a musical.
What's it about?
Okay, it's a musical set in the American future, 1994, which is obviously a German 70s mall.
All right. Is there
That's what the American future looks like.
Is there a schmuck in it? Can you see a schmuck in the background?
That's the German word for jewels.
Yeah.
Anyway, the world is essentially controlled by Mr. Boogaloo, played delightfully by the Polish actor Wladek Szybal, who, when you see this guy's face, you realize, oh yeah, he was in a lot of really bad movies in the 70s.
You recognize him.
You totally recognize this guy.
From the 40 Deuce?
I don't know where he's from, but he was just terrible.
All right.
He was terrible in this movie. He's terrible in every movie he's ever been in. And as a result of being terrible in this movie, he fits right into it.
Like Leonardo DiCaprio before Scorsese got a hold of him.
Yes.
Like, he was fucking awful, and I hated every movie that he was in.
No.
So he must have really good management.
No, because Leonardo DiCaprio was, there was a good actor in him, and he was trying. He was just untrained and unhoned and everything like that.
Okay.
This guy, Wladek Szybal, will never be a good actor.
So do you think that this dude was like sleeping with one of the producer's sisters or
No,
like a
not
brother? Like
not the way he looked.
Okay. How did he get these jobs then?
I don't know how he did it. He's a very strange-looking man.
He had the cocaine.
He had the coke.
He had the
brought
coke. He was the guy with the cocaine, sure.
Anyway.
Which is the ping pong table of adults in
Exactly.
the 70s.
Yes, it is. Anyway, Mr. Boogaloo is a thinly veiled Satan ruling the world through incredibly shitty pop music.
So he's the Black Eyed Peas of the time.
If you will. He's a pure-hearted duo enter Boogaloo's World-Vision Song Contest, and they lose. And the couple becomes separated. Mr. Boogaloo tries to turn the girl evil and to make him the face of the beam. But luckily, the boy comes and rescues her, and they run away, and God turns up as a thinly veiled, bearded hippie.
Uh-huh.
And here's the only song in the whole film that doesn't make me want to retch because it's so awful or laugh because it's so awful. It's the only one that I kind of like. I especially like the part where you have two black actors staring into the camera, and there's a line where they talk about people will be slaves.
All right, dude, here we go.
It's so wrong. Everything is wrong. Go, play it.
Why am I the darling of the beam elite? Why does everyone fall at my feet? Could it be because I'm so sincerely sweet? Yes, I know how to be a master. Cultivate the need. Drop them by the greed.
Slaves are guaranteed.
When you know how to be a master.
He knows how to be a master.
Reaching the top is such a long, hard climb.
That's terrible.
Yes. It's the two black actors that are in it. They look into the camera and they go, "Slaves are guaranteed."
Master. It's just oogie.
It's just everything. Everything is so unbelievably wrong that it's fantastic. So it's the Apple Best Off-Screen Melkweg Cinema Leidseplein, of course, 10:30 p.m.
And then also that Saturday evening, Red City Radio, Pears, and Dead Giveaway are at Winston Kingdom. This is a 3-band punk rock show. Red City Radio are a melodic poppy punk band. The Pears are the punk band that everyone is talking about right now. I know you don't know who they are, so I'm just going to stop you right there.
Are they the Pears?
They're the Pears.
Okay.
All right. And
it's good that they're coming on, the same night as the Apple.
That's
playing.
true. Yeah. A lot of fruit tonight in the city center.
Fruit and Shakespeare.
That's right. And Dead Giveaway are the local big guns that they brought in to make sure the out-of-towners are up to mustard. It's rare that I mention all 3 bands on one bill, but this time every band is killer. If you like punk rock, I would make tracks of this show. This is gonna be a real barn burner, as the kids say. We're gonna listen to a song by Red City Radio called "I'm Well, You're Poison."